Good morning, welcome here at Aura 7 Activer. My name is Francesca and I have the pleasure to guide you through your practice on this beautiful Tuesday morning. We're gonna get going, we're gonna get to our mats. If you need some props, get some blocks, some straps. And then when you're ready, come into a comfortable seated position onto your mat. Sit down on your mat. Cross the shin bones right at the center. So the two shin bones meet right at the center. So for that reason, your ankle bone's gonna come right underneath your knee joints, and you're gonna start to flex your feet like you're stepping on a paddle. So actively flexing the feet, and then also actively releasing the knees down towards the mat, releasing all the tension from the inner thigh, inner groin area. Place your hands onto your thighs, onto your knees. Turn the palms down or turn the palms up, depending on how you're feeling this morning. Maybe you want to turn down the palms, looking to connect to yourself, turn more inward, turn the palms up towards the ceiling, towards the sky, connecting more with the universe, opening up yourself. Close your eyes. Soften the eyelids. Soften the muscles around the jaw. And roll the shoulders back. Kiss the shoulder blades together onto your back. Gently tuck the chin to the chest. Shift your focus to your breath. Slow, deep inhale through the nose. Slow, gentle exhale out through the nose. Start to feel the rhythm of your breath. Feel the vibration of your breath. As you're watching your breath, start to guide your focus to your navel, to the center of the body. Gently pull the belly button into the spine. Lengthen out from your lower back, but keep your breath nice and soft, nice and fluid. Feel how the energy is rising up from the sit bones all the way to the crown of the head with each and every inhale. And you're driving the energy back down from the crown of the head all the way down to the sit bones. Keep your focus on your breath. Gently blink your eyes open, but keep your focus inward. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Bring the palms to touch, pull the belly in. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Right palm comes down, left arm reaches up and over, pushing the left sit bone down. Maybe gently start to bend the right elbow to reach it all the way to the left side. Come back to center, bring the palms to touch, gaze up. Exhale, left palm comes down, lift up from the right side waist, press the right sit bone down, soften the right shoulder away from the ear as you reach the right arm up and over and go a little bit deeper. Come on back to center, keep flexing the feet, placing the fingertips in front of the shin bone, lifting up from your lower back, maintain a flat spine, and slowly start to walk the fingertips more forward. Maybe a little bit more forward. Keep pulling the belly in, softening the knees out to the side, softening the inner thigh area. And slowly round all the way down. Walk your fingers forward. Bring the forehead down towards the shins. Walk your hands back. Come into a little twist. Place the left hand onto the right knee. Right fingertips behind your back. Keep your spine long, deep inhale, and soften the belly and exhale, twist. Come back to center, switch to the other side. Right palm comes onto the left knee. Left fingertips behind your back to support the spine. Deep inhale, lengthen out from the spine, and exhale, turn and twist. Come back to center, switch out the legs, place the opposite shin bone forward. Fix the ankle-knee connection, flexing the feet, softening the knees. Bring the fingertips in front of the shins. Lift up from the lower back. And slowly with the breath, softening the inner thighs, letting the knees to fall out to the side, lengthening through the entire spine, including your neck, walking the fingers forward. And eventually just start to round down, bring the forehead down towards the earth. Slowly walk the fingers back. And then stretch the legs forward. Pull the right knee in. Keep your left leg strong, flex the left foot, pull the right knee into the chest. Twist, bring the right fingertips behind you, hug the right knee into the chest. and gaze to the right. Maybe gaze over the right shoulder, but keep that left leg strong and straight, pressing the back of the left knee down, flexing the left foot. And come back to center. Cross your right ankle to the outside of the left knee. You can keep the left leg straight if that feels already plenty. If you want to do a little bit deep, go a little bit deeper, then bend your left leg and bring the left heel to the outside of the right hip. Now feel how both sit bones rooting down to the mat, and also feel how the inner arch of the right foot is also pressing down to the mat. Sit up nice and tall, hug the right knee into the chest and twist to the right. Pulling the right knee into the chest with the left hand. Deep inhale, maybe even place the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Lift up from the lower back and twist. Come back to center. Switch it out to the other side. Both legs are straight, then pull the left knee in. Keep your right leg strong, flex the right foot, push down to the center of the left heel, lift up your chest. And then twist, bring the left fingertips behind you, hugging the left knee into the chest with the right hand. Inhale, exhale, twist. And come back to center. Cross the left ankle to the outside of the right knee, keeping the right leg straight, or maybe bending the right knee, bringing the right heel to the outside of the left hip. Now feel how your left hip, left sit bone is rooting down to the mat. And also press the inner arch of the left foot down to the earth. Now sit up nice and tall. Feel both sit bone down into the mat and twist and turn. You can simply hug the left knee to the chest, or you can hug the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Use the back fingers to keep the spine long. Lift up from the lower back. Deep inhale. Exhale, twist. And then come back to center. We're going to make our way all the way into a tabletop position. Come on onto your hands and knees. Spread the fingers, root down through all 10 knuckles, point the toes back. Inhale, come into a cow pose. Drop the belly, lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round, tuck the chin to the chest. One more time, inhale, cow pose. And exhale, cat pose. And tuck your toes under. Keeping the feet hip distance apart. Lift your knees just an inch away from the mat. Making the shin bones parallel with the earth, parallel with the mat. Gently round through the space in between the shoulder blades, but keep reaching the sternum forward. Now pull the belly into the spine. Gaze down into your mat. Focus onto your slow breath in and out through the nose. Deep inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Press your hips high. Find that upside down V shape. Maybe widen your stand a little bit. Rooting down through the fingers, through the knuckles. Lifting up from the wrist joint, wrapping the tricep muscles down, spinning the biceps up. Lengthening through the whole spine, including your neck. Soften the knees as much as you need. Softening the heels down towards the mat. Your heels are maybe down onto the mat. They may never even touch the mat, and that's absolutely fine. Focus more on the length of the spine in this pose. Deep, slow inhale, pulling the belly in. And exhale, let it out. With the next inhale, come forward into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Use your core as you come forward. Wrap the triceps back, spin the biceps forward. Your legs are strong. And exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Focus on the triceps. Wrap them towards the back of the mat. Inhale, triceps wrapping back. Lean forward, come forward into the high plank pose. Then exhale, back into your downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, strong core. The whole body is participating as you lean forward, come into your high plank pose. Then exhale, stretch back into your downward facing dog. You're going to add on. Come forward into a high plank pose, still using your core this time. Start to bend the elbows, come down halfway, Chaturanga. Then press back into a high plank pose and come on all the way back into your down dog. Again, the same way. Inhale, slowly with the breath. Come on all the way forward. Exhale, strong core, strong legs. Come down halfway. Press it back into your high plank and back into your downward facing dog. Last one. Inhale, come forward to a high plank pose. Exhale, lower down, Chaturanga. Press back into a high plank pose and back into downward facing dog. Slowly walk one handprint at a time back to your feet. And then grab onto opposite elbows. Swing the body to right, to left. Feel your big toe mound, your pinky toe mound is heavy onto the mat. Gently tuck the chin to the chest. Letting the whole spine to elongate here, separating the vertebrae from each other.
Stretching out the nerves on the back, stretching out the backs of the legs. Interlock the hands behind your back. Press the palms together, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Then lift the fist up towards the ceiling. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Rebend the elbows, release the fist down into your lower back sacrum. Switch the interlock, place the opposite index finger on top, squeeze the shoulder blades, then stretch the fist all the way to the ceiling. Lift up. Exhale, release the hands down to the mat. Walk your hands out all the way into a high plank position, top of a push-up. Holding your high plank. Wrapping the triceps back, spinning the biceps forward, legs are strong. Pull the belly into the spine. Lift the front ribs away from the mat. Deep, slow inhale. And as you exhale, drop the knees down and come on all the way down onto your mat. Cobra Pose, Bhujangasana. Press into the tops of your feet, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chest away from the mat, little to no weight into the palms. Lengthening through the back of the neck. Pressing the pinky toe mound down onto the earth and lifting your kneecaps away from the mat. See if you can lift one more rib away from the mat without pressing into the palms. Exhale, lower it down, gaze to the right. Left cheek is down into the mat. Big toes to touch, heels falling out to the side, arms by your side. Slow, steady inhale in through the nose. Slow, steady exhale out through the nose. Come back to center. Bring the arms by your side. Turn the palms down, the thumbs out. Press to the tops of your feet. Lift up the kneecaps. Start to lift the chest and the shoulders away from the mat. Then slowly start to add the legs. Keeping the legs straight. Pointing the big toes back. Lifting the legs more from the inner thighs. Rolling the outer hips down. Lifting the fingertips away from the mat. Engaging the tricep and bicep muscles, lengthening through the whole spine. Deep, slow inhale. Hold it here, keeping the legs straight. Interlock the hands behind your back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Lift the fist away from the glutes. Lengthen out from the spine. Deep inhale. Exhale, release. Gaze to the left. Right cheek comes down to the earth. Big toes to touch. Heels falling out to the side. Slow, deep inhale. Exhale. Bring the chin back to center. Place your hands next to your floating ribs. Stack the elbows on top of the wrists. Press into the tops of your feet. Lift up the kneecaps. Engage your glutes and slowly, mindfully start to rise up into an upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Every time when you come back to your down dog, come back to your slow, steady breath. In and out through the nose. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, slide your hands up onto the shin bones. Soften the knees. Reach the crown of the head forward. Squeeze the shoulder blades together onto your back. And feel like if you're finding a baby back bend here. Really reaching with the sternum forward, leaning more forward, turning on your core. Exhale, keep all that length as you fold forward. Bring the forehead down to your shins. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands come back to your heart. Samastitihi. Inhale, lift up the arms. Finding a little gentle side stretch. Right arm down, left arm up and over. Push the hips to the left. Inhale, come back. Exhale to the left. Reach the right arm up and over. Push the hips to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Palms to touch, gaze up. Exhale, find a baby back bend. Go pose the arms, engage the glutes. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold. Come on all the way down. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, plant the hands, step back into a high plank pose, lower down to your Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, or maybe Cobra if you need to replace your up dog, and back into a downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, reach up the arms. Exhale, Samastitihi, hands to your heart. Inhale, lift up the arms. Finding that side stretch to the right. Left arm reaches up and over. Lift the chin away from the chest. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lean over to the left. Lift up from the waistline. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, find maybe a little deeper back bend this time. Open through the chest, through the heart. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, hinge from the hips as you come forward. Lift up your heart. Inhale. Exhale, step, hop back. Go through your vinyasa. Make your way back into your downward facing dog. And back to your downward facing dog. Right away, focus on your deep breath in through the nose. Deep breath out through the nose. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step, hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, Ardha, lift up your heart. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Side stretch to the right, left arm reaches up and over, lift up from the waist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, all the way to the left, lift up from the waist. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, even deeper this time, open through the chest. Inhale, back up. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees as much as you need. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, step, jump back, go through your vinyasa. Back to your down dog. Inhale your right leg halfway up. Point the right toes down to the mat, level out through the hips. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose and round through the spine. Tuck the chin to the chest, gaze back to your navel. Lift the right shin bone a little higher, round through the spine. Now gaze forward, step the right leg all the way forward into a low lunge. Drop the left knee down. Place both hands onto your right knee. Square your hips and shoulders forward. Walk your right foot a little more forward. And maybe slide your left knee a little bit further back. Now lift up from the waistline, pull the belly in, and inhale, reach the arms all the way to the sky. Deep, slow inhale. Sit down a little bit deeper, let the hips to mat a little bit further down to the mat. Then go pose the arms and lift up your heart. Pull the belly and lift up from the waistline. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, bring the hands behind your back. Interlock the hands, lift up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. Then slide the fist back at the back of the left leg. Inhale, back up. Exhale, half split pose. Shift the body weight back, straighten out through the right leg. You can use 2 blocks here. I probably should use 3 blocks here. My right hamstring is a little injured, so I'm going to use 2 blocks. And that's absolutely what you can do if you want. I like to use the toe block here today, pulling the right thigh bone back into its socket. Flexing the right foot to the face, deep inhale. Exhale, going a little deeper. Feeling a nice and intense stretch, the back of the right leg, but without the pain. And maybe bring your focus onto your face. What's your face expression right now? Can you soften the muscles around the jaw? Can you soften your teeth, your eyelids, your forehead? Rebend your right leg. Place the left palm to the inside of the the right foot, and reach the right arm back. And bend your left leg and reach back for your foot or ankle. And if you like, roll to the outer arch of the front foot through the right foot. Come back to center. Tuck the back toes under. Step the right foot back. Feet are together. Side plank, Asana. Right palm down, left arm comes high to the sky. Flex your feet. Pull the belly in. Lift up. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. Release the left palm down to the mat. Go through your vinyasa. Bend the left elbow or the elbows. Inhale, lift up the chest. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Inhale, your left leg halfway up. Level out through the hips. Exhale, pull the knee to your nose. Round through the spine. Gaze back to your navel. Lean more forward, maybe bring the shoulder like a half of an inch in front of the wrist line. Pull the knee a little higher, pull the left shin a little higher, then just gaze forward and step the left leg forward into a low lunge. Drop the right knee down. Slide your right knee further back, but keep turning the hips forward and the shoulders forward. Sink the hips deep down towards the mat. Then start to focus onto your belly, lift up from the waistline and reach the arms all the way to the sky. You have 2 energy working in the body. From the belly button down, you align the hips to melt down towards the mat. From the belly button up, you're reaching the energy all the way to the ceiling. Then go pose the arms, lift up from your lower back, and then find a baby back bend at the top, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bring the hands behind your lower back. Interlock the hands, placing the awkward index finger on top. Squeeze the shoulder blades, then slowly start to slide the fist down in the back of the right leg. As you lift up the gaze, maybe drop the hips even deeper. Come on back up, inhale. Exhale, half split pose, shift the body weight back. Maybe find those blocks as you frame your left shin bone. So your fingertips can be down onto the mat. So this side I can do easily without the blocks, but I'm going to choose to do the blocks because I did the blocks on the other side. And we're trying to find balance as you do in our yoga practice. We start to be aware of what's happening in the body. What is the left side doing? What is the right side doing? Which one is your strong side? Which one is your weaker side? Which one is the more flexible or least flexible side? And try to adjust your practice so you're doing the same thing on both sides. Flex the left foot. Feel that nice lengthening sensation throughout the entire left leg, including the calf. Pulling the left thigh bone into its socket, pulling the belly into the spine. And then we bend the left leg. Come forward, place the right palm to the inside of the left foot, reach the left arm back behind you, bend your back leg, reach back for your foot or ankle. Maybe roll to the outer arch of the left foot, let the left knee to fall out to the side. Good job, slowly release, come on back. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee away from the mat, then step the left foot right next to the right. Feet are together, roll to the outer arch of the left foot, left palm stays down, Asana, side plank. Lift up from the left side wrist, elbow and shoulder. Like I'm coming over and I'm grabbing your right wrist, pulling it up to the ceiling. Now lift the hips a little higher and stack the right hip all the way on top of the left hip. Lengthen through the neck. Come on back to center, slowly with control. High plank pose. Go through an optional vinyasa. Bend the elbows, come on upward facing dog. And back to your downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Slow breath in through the nose. And out through the nose. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, come to a halfway lift. Lift up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, melt and fold all the way forward. Bend your knees. Chair pose, Uttanasana. Lift up the arms. Pull the belly in. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Engage your glutes. Tuck the tailbone under. Sit down 2 inches deeper. Shift the body weight back into your heels. Make your toes nice and light. Deep, slow inhale. And exhale. We're going to come into eagle on the left side. So start to swing the left elbow underneath the right elbow. Grab onto opposite shoulders or maybe find your full bind. Pull the belly in. And pick up your left leg and wrap it around the right leg. Find a kickstand, a bind, a full bind. Then start to set up your elbows and knees, making sure they're in one line. Squeeze the inner thighs, your elbows. Maybe lift the elbows all the way aligned with the shoulders. And then start to send the forearms a little bit more forward, softening the shoulders away from the ears. Slowly start to lean forward, bring the elbows down towards the knees. Maybe they're going to touch, maybe they're not. That is okay. Round through the spine, so to bring your gaze down to the mat. Then keeping the arms in the eagle position, lift up your chest. Release the left leg, keeping the eagle arms, send your left leg back for your eagle arm airplane. Soften the standing leg if you need it. Point the left pinky toe down to the mat, lengthen out from the spine. Deep inhale and exhale. Soften the right knee, step back into warrior one. Lift up your eagle arms, keep that eagle arm. Release the arms, bring the arms behind your back. Lift up your chest, pull the right hip back, root down to the left heel, and then slowly start to lean forward. Keep the neck long, pull the right hip back. Now make your back leg, your left leg, as strong, as straight as you can. Lift the left inner knee away from the mat and press the outer arch of the left foot down to the earth. Inhale, lift up the chest, warrior one. And exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Sit down deep into your warrior two. Keep your torso right at the center line, pulling the belly in. Extend the arms away from each other, the fingers away from each other. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. And with each and every inhale, lengthen out from the spine. With each and every exhale, soften the right knee forward. Flip your right palm and reverse your warrior. Reach it all the way back. Maybe find a half bind as you reach the left arm behind you, or just gently rest the left fingertips on the back of the left leg. Bend your right knee more deep, inhale. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Go through your vinyasa. Make your way back into your down dog. Modify anytime when you need it. Skip your vinyasa anytime when you need that. Inhale through the nose. And exhale through the nose. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Lift up your heart as you inhale. Exhale, fold forward. Bend your knees, chair pose, Uttanasana. Lift up the arms, pulling the belly in. Drop the thighs nice and deep. Sit down deeper, shifting the body weight slightly back to your heels. The toes are light. Big toe, pinky toe mounts, pressing down to the earth. And coming into eagle pose on the right side. So start to swing the right elbow underneath the left elbow. Grab onto your shoulders, find your eagle arms. Shifting the body weight over to the left leg, pick up your right foot. And wrap it around the left. Then find the elbow-knee connection. Lean back a little bit more, pull the belly in. Lift those forearms, stand them forward. Bring the elbows aligned with the shoulders. Pull the belly in, lean back 2 more inches. Then slowly with control, with the breath, start to lean forward to bring the elbows down to the knees. Round through the spine. Maybe gaze down all the way to the mat. Find your drishti, find your gaze, find your focus. And lift up the chest slowly, keep your eagle arms. Release the right leg and send it back behind you for that eagle arm airplane. Try to make your right leg straight, but your left leg, your standing leg, can be bent as much as you need. Find your eagle pose here, lifting up that back leg. Deep, slow inhale. Hold it here, exhale. Then soften your standing left leg. Step the right leg back for your eagle, for your warrior one in eagle with eagle arms. Lift up the chest, find a big back bend. And then exhale, release. Arms by your side, interlock the hands, placing the opposite index finger on top, squeeze the shoulder blades, turn the right hip forward, pull the left hip back, and slowly start to lean forward. Now as you lean forward, now you can really straighten that back leg. From the right heel all the way to the crown of the head, you created one strong, long energy line as you squeeze the shoulder blades together, activate the tricep and the bicep muscles. Inhale, lift up the arms, warrior one. And exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Turn the left knee forward, pull the belly in. Turn the right toes inward, lift the fingers aligned with the shoulders. With each inhale, lengthen out from the spine. With each exhale, soften the left knee forward. Soften the gaze, the muscles around the face. And then inhale, reach and reverse your warrior. Maybe find a half bind with the right arm or gently rest the right fingertips at the back of the right leg. Deep inhale, maybe go a little deeper as you exhale. And then the hands down to the mat. Come into a high plank pose and pause in a high plank pose. Come down onto your forearms. Bring your elbows down to the mat. Belly strong. Lift the thighs away from the mat. Lift the kneecaps away from the mat. Feel the energy in the heels. Feel the energy in the forearms. Gently round through the upper spine in the space in between the shoulder blades. Bring your feet together. Roll over to the outer arch of the right foot. Now maybe turn the right fingers in and lift the left arm high to the sky. Press down through the right forearm. Lift up the hips. Slow deep inhale. And exhale. Come back down, forearm plank. Both elbows down onto the earth. Pause there, lift up the thighs, the kneecaps away from the mat. Round in the space in between the shoulder blades, reaching the sternum forward, wrapping the triceps back. Then bring your feet together, roll to the outer arch of the left foot. Maybe turn the left fingers in as you reach the right arm high to the sky. Stack the right hip on top of the left. Lengthening through the neck. Slow, steady inhale through the nose. Let the hips higher, exhale through the nose. And come back to center. Bring both forearms down onto the mat. Elbows underneath the shoulders, wrist aligned with the elbows. Push the hips forward. And push the heels back. Push the heels forward. And push them back. Body stays long. Belly button pulls into the spine 5 more times. Slowly inhale. And exhale. Shh. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Come on back onto your palms. High plank pose. Go through an optional vinyasa. And stretch back into downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Deep inhale through the nose. Let it out. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky, point the toe, lift the right leg nice and high, keep the right leg straight, engage the right glute. Exhale, pull the right knee to the right tricep, hold it there. Try to touch the right tricep, gaze down in one spot onto your mat. And then without a sound, step the right foot next to your right pinky. So your right foot is at the right edge of the mat. Both palms are on the inside of the right foot, coming into a runner's lunge. Maybe slide the left foot a little bit further back, really find that nice long line here. Try to keep the back leg active, and if you can, see if you can come down onto that block, one block, maybe a book, or maybe all the way down onto the mat, onto your forearms. And of course, if you need to relax the back knee down to the mat, anytime, feel free to relax it down. If you're feeling a deep stretch already in your hips with the back knee down, being on your palms, choose that. If you're down onto your elbows and your forearms all the way down onto the mat, you can start to shimmy the right shoulder underneath your right knee. Maybe bring the right fingertips out to the side. And if you want, you can come up onto the left fingertips and bring the left fingertips out to the side. You'll walk your hands back, come on back all the way onto your palms. Inhale your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step the right leg in between the palms this time. Seal your back heel down. Inhale, rise up, warrior one. And exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Sit down deep in your deepest warrior two. We've been in warrior two before, so come and find your deepest warrior two. Then lean forward, right elbow down, left arm high. Turn the left palm forward and slowly start to bring the left bicep to your ear. Then soften the left inner shoulder away from the ear. Turn the left pinky finger down towards the mat. Check onto the right foot, right knee, making sure that the right knee and right foot point straight forward. You're using the strong outer hip muscles to hug the right hip back into the center line. You can go deeper using a block, or without the block, placing the block or the fingertips possibly to the outside of the right foot. Still hugging the right hip into the center line, pointing all four corners of your right knee forward. Connect with the back leg, push the outer arch of the left foot down to the mat. And then focus on your breath. Three more breaths here. Lift the left arm high. Keep your right knee bent. Strong core. Slowly rise up back into warrior two. Straighten out through the front leg. Triangle Trikonasana. Reach the right arm forward. Right arm down. Left arm high to the sky. So try not to go to the very absolute deepest triangle pose of yours right away. Find like a modified variation. When you can really focus on the whole body, you can really open the whole body. Create that feeling like your back is against the wall, stacking the left shoulder on top of the right shoulder. And instead of sinking into your right palm, putting too much pressure in there, lifting the energy up to the left fingers. And then slowly with the breath, keeping the left shoulder stacked on top of the right shoulder. Maybe you want to bring the fingertips down onto your right ankle, maybe using a block, maybe to the outside of the right ankle if you can. Or your fingertips can go down all the way to the mat. Reach your left arm forward, bicep to the ear. And then you can keep the right fingertips down into the mat or onto the shin, or maybe pick up the right palm and reach it forward. Slowly release the right hand down, left arm high, rise back up, reverse your triangle, reach it all the way up and over. Come back to center, turn the right foot in, parallel your feet as you turn to the side. Bring the arms out to the side in an airplane, a T, and then make your feet parallel, or maybe if you have any sciatica lower back issues, turn your toes slightly more inward. Lean more forward, feel how your hips and your heels are still in one line. Turn on your core as you slowly start to go down halfway. Shift the body a bit more into your toe mounts. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, hold it here. Release the left arm down and twist just in your torso as you reach the right arm high. Now watch your right fingers. We tend to toss the right arm behind our back to get the feeling that we're in a deep twist. Well, we're not in a deep twist. So make sure the right fingers are aligned with the right shoulder. Your hips are aligned. And then as you deeply inhale into the nose, lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, just soften the belly and see if you can twist in your torso. Good, come back to center. Bring both arms out to the side. Turn on your strong core. Lengthen out from the spine. Bring the right hand down and twist as you reach the left arm up. Again, check onto the left fingers, left shoulder situation. Make sure your arm is not just behind your back. It's part of the whole spine. Deep inhale and exhale. Coming back to center, bring the arms out to the side. Hold it here. Then exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Walk the hands back. Point the toes and the fingers towards the same direction. And walk your hands back, keeping the hands shoulder distance apart so much that the heels of the hands and the heels of the feet is going to come right in the same line. Then, if your crown of the head is down onto the mat comfortably, then see if you want to come into a tripod headstand. Of course, you have layers. You can just simply start to place the knees onto the triceps and hang out here. Just work on that. Or, if you have tripod headstand in your practice, then lean into your Chaturanga arms, making sure the back of the neck is still nice and long, picking up the feet, and then come on up all the way into your tripod headstand. Elbows are shoulder distance apart, palms are shoulder distance apart, creating a perfect triangle with your crown of the head and with your hands. If you're upside down, split the legs apart, and then slowly release them down onto the mat. Place your hands onto your hips with a flat spine. Start to rise up. Come on all the way up. Come into your warrior two. Turn towards the front of the room. Reverse to a warrior. Reach it all the way back. And exhale. Bring the hands down to the mat. Go through Vinyasa. Skip it. Add on. Come back to your down dog. Inhale your left leg high to the sky. Point the toe, lift it nice and high. Feel that nice split here. And exhale. Bring the left knee to the left tricep. Hold it here. Touch the left tricep. Gaze down at one spot onto the mat. Really turn on your core round through the upper spine. Then step the left foot next to your left pinky. Both hands gonna come to the inside of the left foot. You can slide the right foot further back behind your runner's lunge. Do the same thing what you did on the other side, but whatever that is, do it slowly. You don't have to go into the final position right away. If you want to drop the back knee, feel free to do that. If you want to keep it away from the mat, do that. Maybe come down onto a block with the forearms, so right away you can come down all the way to the mat with the forearms. And you can even release the back knee down, come down onto the forearms, take a couple breaths, let the body to open up, and then lift the back knee away from the mat. Hold it here for a couple more breaths. If your forearms are down onto the earth, you can start to shimmy the left shoulder underneath the left knee. And bring the left fingertips out to the side. And you can come onto your right spider fingers and bring the right arm out to the side. Your chest is reaching forward, your right kneecap is lifting away from the mat, and your arms are reaching out to the side. Good, slowly come back to center. Inhale, your left leg high to the sky. Exhale, bring the knee to your nose. Step it all the way through to low lunge. Seal your back heel down. Inhale, warrior one. And exhale, warrior two. Deep down into your warriors. Find that deep warrior two. Sending the left knee forward, pulling the left hip back, keeping the right leg strong. And slowly lean forward, left elbow down. Right arm high, turn the right palm forward and start to bring the right arm forward. Extended side angle. Connect with the back foot. Push the back arch down to the mat. Pull the belly in. Turn the right pinky down to the mat as you soften the right shoulder away from the ears. Maybe coming down using that block. Maybe coming all the way down to the mat. Fingertips can come down next to your left ankle. Two more breaths. Stay in the body. Lift up the right arm. Keep your left knee bent. Strong core. Rise up all the way into your warrior two. And straighten out through the front leg and triangle pose. Lean forward and reach down. Triangle Trikonasana. Again, find not your deepest for the first couple of breaths. Not your deepest triangle pose. Pull the left thigh bone up into its socket. Pull the left hip back to the center line. Root down to the center of the right heel. And then stack the right shoulder on top of the left. Then maybe start to go deeper down. Maybe your fingertips can come down to the mat or onto the block. Or maybe sliding the left hand down towards the left ankle. Then reach your right arm all the way forward, bicep to the ear. Hold it here. Or maybe get light onto the left fingers and lift the left palm away from the mat, from the ankle. Release the left arm back down, right arm high, rise back, reverse your triangle, reach it all the way back. Lift up from the left sideways, come back to center, parallel your feet. Make your feet perfectly parallel or maybe turn the big toes towards each other slightly, pigeon-toed. Interlock the hands behind your back, squeeze the shoulder blades, lift up your heart, and exhale, fold forward. Prasarita Uttanasana, seat. Lift the fist up towards the ceiling. Let the crown of the head to melt down to the earth. Then start to shift the body a bit more into your toe mounts, so your heels are getting lighter. Feel that nice stretch through the entire, through the backs of the legs. Good. Then release the arms. Place the palms onto your hip. With a strong core, rise up all the way to a standing position. Find your warrior two towards the front of the room. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach it back. And exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat. Find your way back into your downward facing dog. Slow, deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step, hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift up your heart. Exhale, fold in deep. Chair pose with Uttanasana, lift up the arms. Bend your knees, sit down deep into your chair. Bring the hands to your heart center. Lean forward, hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Press those palms together. Press the knuckles together. Maybe quickly gaze down onto your knees, making sure the knees are still in one line. Then drop the hips deeper. Lengthen out from your lower back and twist a little bit more. Inhale, come back to center. Lift up the arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Squat down to crow pose, maybe come into Malasana or a little crow prep. Hands down, knees onto the triceps. Strong core, lean forward, pick up the toes, crow pose, Bakasana. You're gonna find your way back, all the way into downward facing dog. If you're in your crow pose, you can practice jumping back. And coming all the way back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, your right leg high to the sky. Bend the knees, stack the hips. Circle the knee, point the right knee to the ceiling. Maybe flip your dog if your left shoulder is okay with that. And come on back, inhale, right leg high to the sky. Exhale, right knee goes to the left tricep. Extend the right leg out to the side, falling star, lift the left arm high. Release the left palm, inhale, your right leg high to the sky. Exhale, step it all the way through low lunge. Keep the back heel lifted. Low lunge twist, left palm down, right arm high to the sky. Come up onto your left fingertips. Rise up into a vertical twist. Reach the right arm back, the back of the left leg, lift up the left arm. Find a little twist, find a little back bend here. Inhale, high crescent lunge, Asana. Bring your hands to your heart center, lean forward. Then hook the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Press the palms together, pull the right hip back. Lift the left kneecap away from the mat and twist. 5 more breaths here. Point the left heel straight back behind you. Fold the belly and lengthen from the spine. With every exhale, soften the belly and let the belly to twist. Bring the hands down to the mat. Step back. Lower down. Inhale, up dog. Exhale. Downward facing dog. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, arm, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Bend your knees. Chair pose, Uttanasana. Bring the hands to your heart center, sit down deep, then hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Turn and twist, pressing the palms together. Drop the thigh bones deeper, lift up from your lower back. Inhale, lengthen out from your spine. Exhale, soften the belly and twist, pressing the knuckles together. Inhale, back into your chair pose, Uttanasana, lift up the arms. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Second set, lead your crow pose. If you want this time, you can go down into a tripod headstand. Bring those knees onto the tricep, lean forward. Of course, you can do another set of Malasana. You can even do a little twisting in your Malasana. And if you want, you can lower down into your tripod headstand. Now lifting the arms up. The legs up. Some of the limbs in yoga. And if you go up to your tripod, you can try to come back into your crow pose. Placing the knees back onto the triceps. Squeezing the core. With an exhale, lift up the chest. And then shoot back to your Chaturanga. Good, inhale your left leg high to the sky. Bend the knees, tag the hips. Maybe flip your dog or just circle the knee around. Watch your shoulder. If it does not feel good in your shoulder, don't flip your dog. Inhale, left leg high to the sky. And exhale. Bring it underneath the body, touch your right tricep. Extend the left leg out. Falling star, right arm high. Release, right palm down. Left leg high to the sky. Exhale. Step it all the way through. Come on into a low lunge. Low lunge twist, right palm down, left arm high to the sky. Point the right heel back behind you. And your left fingers are the extension of the left shoulder as you twist. Then come on up onto your right fingertips. Stay in your twist in your torso. Then with a strong oblique, strong core, rise up into a vertical twist. Deep inhale, exhale, twist. Release the back arm. The back of the right leg and lift the right arm high to the sky. Deep inhale, lift up from the right side waist. Exhale, go deeper. Come on up into a high crescent lunge, Vinyasa. Hands come to your heart. Bend your front knee, lean forward. Then hook your right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Turn and twist. Try not to twist in your right heel. Point the right heel straight back. Then press the right elbow into the left inner knee. Press those palms together and twist. Come on down, hands down to the mat. Step back into a high plank pose and pause there. Come on down onto your forearms. Start to walk your toes in. Dolphin pose. Lift up the chest, lift up the hips. Keep the elbows shoulder distance apart. Watch them. Your elbows want to go out to the side. Keep them shoulder distance apart. Press down through the forearms. Spread the fingers and keep the wrist aligned with the elbows. Now lift the hips higher. Pull the belly in. Really participate with your core. Soften the knees as much as you need them. Hold it here. Maybe lift up the right leg up and away from the mat. Lifting the right leg from the right inner thigh. If you gaze back, your right pinky toe is facing straight down to the mat. And you can also bend your standing leg, the left leg this time. But try to straighten out through the lifted right leg. Release the right leg down to the mat. Soften the right knee. And lift the straight left leg away from the mat. Point the left pinky toe down to the earth. Lift the left leg from the left inner thigh. You release. Walk out into a forearm plank position. Shoulders over the elbows. Hold it here, 5 more breaths. Drop the belly down, Sphinx pose.
Press down to the tops of your feet. Lift up the kneecaps. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Come on down to the mat. Bring the arms by your side. Turn the palms down. Feet are hip distance apart. Inhale, lift the chest. Shoulders, feet away from the mat. Lift up the palms away from the mat. Squeeze the triceps. Engage the arms. Lengthen through the neck. Now engage your glutes and make the legs as straight as you can as you point the big toes back. Maybe lift up one more rib away from the mat. Interlock the hands behind your back. Lift up the chest. Lift the fist away from the glutes. Lengthen through the whole body. Deep, slow inhale. Hold it here for 5 more breaths. Or bend your legs and reach back for your foot or ankle for your floor bow. Slowly release. Come on into an upward facing dog. Lift up your heart. And exhale. Downward facing dog. Hips high to the sky. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step or hop to the top of the mat and take a little seat onto your mat. Roll down all the way onto your back, coming into a little feeder 4. Crossing the right ankle on top of the left knee. Interlock the hands behind the left hamstring. And softening the right knee away from your chest. Tuck the chin to the chest. Just gently pull the left leg closer as you soften the right knee. You can also maybe straighten the left leg, grab onto your calf, but see if you can keep the lower back, the back of the skull down onto the earth. You release. Cross your right knee on top of the left knee. Swing the hips or bring the hips a little bit to the right and let the knees to fall over to the left as you bring your right arm into a cactus position. Gaze to the right. And slowly come back to center. Switch it to the other side. Cross the left ankle on top of the right knee. Interlock the hands behind your right hamstring. Soften the left knee away from the body. Check onto the lower back. Check onto the skull situation, making sure that you're tucking the chin to the chest, and then you can pick a leg variation what you did on the other side, maybe straightening up the right leg to still softening the left knee away from the chest, feeling that left outer hip opening up. Softening the muscles around the face, softening your jaw. And release. Cross the left knee on top of the right knee. Shift the hips over to the left and let the knees to fall over to the right. Bring the left arm into a goalpost and gaze over the left shoulder. Good, come back to center. Happy baby, swivel the feet up towards the ceiling. Reach behind the knees, or reach from the inside of the knees, and grab onto the outer arches of the feet. Stacking the ankles on top of the knees, releasing the lower back down to the earth, tuck the chin to the chest. You can also gently extend the legs out to the side. 1 at a time, 2 together, keeping a soft bend into the knees is absolutely fine, or not even straightening the legs, keeping them in a regular happy baby. Lift the legs up towards the ceiling and then keeping the feet hip distance apart, the legs hip distance apart, softening the knees. Keep the lower back down to the mat. Just gently pull the shins towards the face. Just gently. So the goal is not to bring the shins to your forehead. The goal is to gently feel that opening throughout the backs of the legs. Your hamstrings, your calves, your Achilles, and your spine stays nice and long. Then bring the legs up against the wall. Pose, so there is no necessary wall behind your heels. You stack the ankles on top of the hips. Soften the knees, soften the feet, and just let the blood come off of the feet, relaxing the whole body.
together, point the toes, engage the legs, arms by your side, and slowly start to release the feet down to the mat. And separate your feet at least mat distance apart, maybe a little wider. Letting the toes to fall out to the side. Bring the arms by your side. Adjust your shoulder blades underneath you. Find a gentle lift in your heart. Tuck the chin to the chest. Soften the eyelids, closing the eyes. Softening all the muscles around the face. Your teeth. Start to soften your toes, your fingers. Relax the feet, relax the palms. Relax the legs, the shin bones, the muscles around the shin bones, the thigh bones, muscles around the thigh bones. Relaxing the joints of the legs, the ankles, the knees, your hips. Soften the belly. Softening the internal organs. Softening your lungs, your heart, your chest, your arm bones, the muscles around them, shoulders, the entire back body. Relax all the muscles around the face, around the jaw. Relax the crown of the head. Relax the skin around the whole body. If you enjoy your Shavasana, stay here as long as you like. If you're ready to move on, turn the head to the right, turn the head to the left. Reach the arms all the way up and overhead, taking a full body stretch. Exhale, pull the knees to your chest. Grab behind the knees, roll up all the way into a comfortable seat. Coming back to the same position as we started our class, Sukhasana, easy seat. Bring the hands to your heart center this time. Allow your thumbs to touch your heart, feeling the heart beating. Gently tucking the chin to the chest. Sitting here with gratitude. Slowly lift the thumbs in between the eyebrows. Press into the third eye, pressing into the center of intuition, the center of knowledge. Gently lift the gaze up to the ceiling, blinking your eyes open. Together we bow forward. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming and practicing with me on this beautiful Tuesday morning. If you guys have any thoughts, any feedback, please feel free to send us a message. I'm more than happy to hear all your beautiful comments and feedbacks here. If you would like to practice more, you can always head over to YouTube at Aura 7 Yoga and practice some yoga with me over there. All right.